What up, y'all? Hey, this your man Kenan Haynes on another video of all things trucking. And today I just want to talk, man, about life on the road. You know what I'm saying? What it's like being on the road, man, as a driver, as a trucker. You know what I'm saying? It could be difficult sometimes. It could be easy sometimes. Um, Sometimes you gonna have good days. You know what I'm saying? And you gonna have I don't want to say bad days, but you may have bad moments, right? Um, and what I want to talk about today is like just kind of a couple of challenges that you may face while you're on the road. You know what I'm saying? And then you may have some good times on the road. You know what I'm saying? It's all in what you make it. If you make it out, whatever you make it out to be is what it's gonna be. Um, I've always said I don't have bad days. I may have moments, but for us my days, man, I you know what I'm saying, I believe in God. You know what I'm saying, and I always know that He got my back. So ain't too much things that could really bother me in order for me to have a bad day. Um, but so I would normally a day for me as a driver. I would normally start my day off on my pre-trip. First, let me say this: I say a prayer every time I get in that truck. Right, I say a prayer every time I'm about to. First, I say a prayer every morning I wake up, but especially when I get in that truck, and I'm about to deport and leave my family, for a couple of days at a time. Um, or overnight or whatever whatever route I'm gonna take. Um, and sometimes that within itself can be challenging. Just knowing that you got to sacrifice. You know what I'm saying, and leave away from the family and be gone for however many days or weeks. You're gonna be gone. Some drivers are out for 2 and 3 weeks at a time. Some even months. It may be 2, 3 months at a time. It just depends. Um, what company you with, and what it requires, right? Um, but I would normally start my day off with a prayer, and then I would do my pre-trip on my truck. Um, I would stop and grab me some snacks or something like that if it's something that I want to have with me on the road. Whenever I leave out for the week, I normally would stock my truck up with the things that I like. That way, I don't have to keep buying things at the store, at the truck stop, things like that. Fuel up and hit the road. Um, uh, a lot of things can go wrong on the road, man. You can, have a blowout. You know, um, I tell a lot of people, man, them blowouts can be scary, right? They can be real, real scary. They can actually be life or death. A lot of people don't know how challenging it could be, when you're out on the road and, you know what I'm saying, you might be in the middle of nowhere and there's no, you may not have a truck stop around, what I'm saying, that actually have a shop. Some of these truck stops don't actually have shops, they just normal truck stops. So sometimes it might take them probably about 2 or 3 hours, maybe 4 hours to come out to you to change the tire. And if you're a company driver, 9 times out of 10 they got somebody that's on standby. You know what I'm saying? If they do, but if you're an owner operator, you have to pay for your own everything, your own expenses, everything like that. So it could be a little bit more challenging unless you have something in place. Where you may have a tire shop that you might work with or have an account with. So it may be a little bit more faster for you. Um, um, Man, it's a lot of things that could go wrong out there. People cutting in front of you, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if people know this, but people do that for a living. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've known for people to cut in front of people and do it, intentionally. So you always got to be aware, be alert, and that could be one of the things too. It could be kind of challenging to really get rest. Um, a lot of times, they you you're supposed to rest for 10 hours, right? That's the thing that you're supposed to do. And that's the law. You know what I'm saying? That's the law. You're supposed to get your 10-hour rest, 10-hour break in. Um, but sometimes, as a driver, you still have so many things that you have to do and account for. Um, you get your rest, but because you may be running so, what I'm saying, so hard, just throughout the week, what I'm saying, it could take a toll on you. Just driving, period, can take a toll on you. It's not the easiest thing in the world. Um, a lot of people may look at it like it's easy. It's like, you're doing nothing but driving. But sometimes that can be a little bit challenging, you know what I'm saying? Always make sure you have a clear head, you know what I'm saying? Always make sure you're going out there with a clear head. Always make sure that take your time, you know what I'm saying? Do everything like it's your first time. Don't do it like you got it, if you've been doing it, for a while. I'm not saying don't be confident, but be careful, you know what I'm saying? Make sure that you're doing everything that you're supposed to be doing. Check your blind sides, you know what I'm saying? Check your mirrors. Scan your mirrors from time to time, you know what I mean? Whatever freight you're carrying, you know what I'm saying? If it's a dry van, it's a flatbed, I've done it all, man, I tell y'all, there's one challenge that I had, right? So I was hauling flatbed, and this is my first time hauling flatbed, right? It was crazy. Um, so I was working for a company. It was actually a store. I'm not gonna say the store name. I was working for a company. I had a contract with them, and man, I took a turn. I took a turn going onto the highway, and my whole load came off the truck. This is no lie. This is a true story. My whole load came off the truck. And what happened was the it was tied down, but the pallets themselves wasn't wrapped properly. Um, for as the saran wrap and things like that, I was actually hauling like builder's paper. Um, and the way that the load, the way that the load was placed on the truck, it wasn't placed properly. And straps wasn't gonna be the only thing to hold it. We needed a little bit more support than what I had, and I didn't know. And you don't know what you don't know, right? Um, but I didn't know. It was new for me, and it was different, because I'm used to doing tankers. I've done cars. I've done um, dry van. I've done reefer. I've done belly dumps, things like that. Low boys, and it's a little bit different, when you go to strictly flatbed. It's a little bit different. It can be a little bit challenging. You got to know what you're doing, especially depending on the load that you're carrying. But yeah, that was crazy to me because I had to call the police out to have them escort in there to clean up everything off the side of the highway. I just knew at that time I was like, oh, this is gonna be bad, right? It wasn't. It was a learning experience for me. I knew what not to do and how to handle things going forward. But yeah, man, that's just a short clip on life on the road. Just be careful, y'all. Take your time, and never take shortcuts with this thing, man. Never take shortcuts with the industry. And just remember, what you put into something is what you're gonna get out of it. So if you do it halfway, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna get halfway results. Just being real. But yeah, y'all have a good day. Um, Yo, if this your first time seeing any of my videos, checking out my videos, man, make sure y'all subscribe, like and subscribe, man. Holla at your boy. My name's Kenneth Haynes. I have a Telegram. Um, I'm gonna put the link in the description. Y'all hit that Telegram up. And like I said, on my other videos, we're gonna get up to 100 people on the Telegram. And I'm gonna help two people for free, y'all. I'm gonna help y'all for free. Whether it's getting your license, if you wanna get into trucking, if you wanna start a company, whatever it is you wanna do, I got you. I promise y'all. I done did every level of trucking that I could possibly do. Um, which is why I'm able to, talk about it, man. I got a lot of knowledge for y'all, when it come down to this trucking. So holla at your boy, man. We out.